Hey guys, Lapotecture, and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. And in this video, guys, I'll be showing you some tier 10 medium tank gameplay. And in this replay, guys, we'll be taking a look at the E50M, and I am playing on MorganFreemanKILLEDU's account. And MorganFreemanKILLEDU was probably one of my first friends ever on Blitz. Very, very nice guy. And basically, he's been having some device issues, I should say. He runs on the iPad 2. And I do feel for him because I know exactly how he feels. I used to own the iPad 2, I think last Christmas. I got an iPad Air 2, but before that I owned an iPad 2 and it did not run the game smoothly, and he's updated to iOS 9. Somehow, I'm not sure how it barely runs, but yeah, it just barely runs iOS 9. So, I mean, imagine what the iPad 2 could do to this game. Just absolutely horrific, and he cannot run the game. So he's like, you know what, I mean, he's been crashing, since I platooned with him, he's been crashing every game we enter into. So he said to make it up, I could play on his account. So he told me that I could do reviews and such like that on his account. So I was like, okay, sweet, let's get recording. So I've been playing the E50M most of the time on his account. And the E50M is now one of my favorite tanks. It is a very powerful tank. This is the tier 10 German medium tank, not the Leopard 1. This is the much more stronger brother, you should say. Seeing that I just got shot straight in the turret. Yeah, I think I lost a lot of health there. Okay. Anyways, yeah, this is the tier 10 German medium tank, the much stronger one. I should say the more like heavium one. It's not the fastest tank, but its traverse is actually quite good, surprisingly good. But basically this tank is all about ramming. Now the penetration on this tank isn't the best ever, as you can see there. I found out that the gun capabilities on this tank are a bit less of what I thought of it. I knew the rate of fire wouldn't be that great. It's not spectacular, but MorganFreemanKILLEDU does have quite a few consumables and equipment and crew skills on this tank that makes its rate of fire so good. And yeah, the rate of fire is what I thought, but the penetration and the alpha damage is really not up to my expectations. I didn't think the alpha damage would be low. I haven't rolled 400 in all of my games that I've played. And the penetration is not increasingly well. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not as what I thought I could say. So I guess I've been playing the E5 too much, really. But I mean, the accuracy on this tank is just absolutely outstanding. I've never played a tank with this kind of accuracy. It is beautiful, and the German accuracy really does come into play. It is absolutely outstanding what this tank's gun can do. The rate of fire is pretty good, I should say. Not incredible like T62A incredible, but it is what it is. But anyways, as you'll see here, I'm just tearing apart my opponents. Now, one problem about this tank is that I guess you could say the armor is kind of mediocre, I should say. The side armor is just I don't even want to talk about the side armor. It is horrible, but the lower plate is not increasingly special either. So basically, if you can't really angle, I mean you can, but I mean just bare minimum. If you over angle, then you would be exposing your very, very thin side armor. The side armor is very thin. I mean, it is just papered armor. And the lower plate definitely needs to be angled because it's not, it's not IS7 thick. So what you'll need to do is just have the absolute perfect angle. So you need to play so many games in this tank in order to know how to use its armor effectively, because this tank does have quite good armor, but it takes so very long to learn it, and I'm not even going to try to learn how to play this tank because I'm not going to have this count forever, but I'm just going to enjoy the alpha damage and just the sheer power of this tank to my advantage. So anyways, that was the E50M. I kind of talked about it too much. I didn't really talk about the gameplay. I won't make that mistake in this replay. So anyway, guys, we're looking at the Object 140. Now I'm playing on Grenadegurl16's account, my sister. Yes, it's kind of shameful, but she recently got this tank, and I have not made a video about it. Now this replay is a very, very old. This is, I think, the day after she got it. I was like, ooh boy, I'm gonna play. So while she's at school, I'm like, I'm gonna play. I do school. I'm not some kind of homeless person who steals my sister's account while she goes to school. Yeah, so anyways, we're not gonna talk about my personal life. We're gonna just talk about the Object 140, which is one of the most powerful medium tanks in the game. The hull armor is simply outstanding. The gun performance isn't quite as good as the T62A, I found anyway. It doesn't suit my playstyle. The accuracy is, I shouldn't say good, I should say Russian. That's a good word for it. The rate of fire is very good, I should say. The penetration is better, I think, on the Object 140 than the T62A, or at least it seems like that. So the mobility is, I wouldn't say it's better, actually, not at all. The speed is definitely better, but the traverse speed is not better, and it's been clear to me and Grenadegurl16 that we would both rather have mobility than speed. I guess they're kind of the same thing. Okay, I'll say that again. Traverse speed, then speed. So there you go. So yeah, use an HE shell. That was actually quite good usage. I wanted to do that so bad. So anyways, the Object 140 has great hull armor, not as good hull or turret armor as the T62A, which I have found to be quite important and critical. You really take that for granted in the T62A, although you can't really use it, seeing that you have such bad gun depression in the T62A. But speaking of gun depression, this tank gets 1 more degree of gun depression than its brother, the T62A, which is, you might think, well, just 1 degree, that's not much. Well, think about it. 1 degree, that is actually quite a lot for a gun, and 6 degrees of gun depression is quite a lot for a Russian tank, really. Yeah, me using heat ammo there, I'm sorry. So yeah, 1 degree of gun depression, actually, I have found is a ton compared to the 5 degrees, so it really does make a difference, and it's really just not something that people say. It really does make a difference. Now, the Object 140, I mean, is clearly much faster than the T62A, but, I mean, just look at the traverse speed, nowhere near comparison to the T62A, and that's what these different tanks have. Now, hopefully sometime soon I can do a comparison video, so hopefully I can do that very, very soon, but I've been quite busy this week with school and such, as I already said last video. I really need to get a hold of myself and put together a schedule. I'm sorry, guys. The excuses are over the top. But anyways, that was pretty much it for this video. I didn't talk about the gameplay whatsoever, but I mean, I'm gonna have to do that next video. But anyways, use heat ammo to, I guess you could say, confirm the kill. I did not want to bounce that. I wanted to secure my top gun, and as you can see, just got one right there. Now, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. We did 2.7k damage, not a whole bunch, but you know, it's what I gotta do for now. I've been having some pretty bad games recently, RNG, just all the sorts. So anyways, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in about 2 days, I should say. So as I said, thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.